Welcome to URL Battle Rap Arena with Street Star North, Hip Hop Psycho, Jesse Rican. What's good, guys?
Let's cut the bullshit. That's it. Let's go right into the show.
Yeah, for real.
I don't even want an intro. We don't even know intro. Everybody knows what happened this weekend, or at least they think they know what happened this weekend. So I got my big brothers to come on the show. My partners, my homies. They'll be on the show in a couple of minutes. Smack and Beasley. And I mean, first off, I want to apologize to all the fans out there that came out here and didn't get to see any of the battles and all the extra stuff that they had to deal with this weekend. You know, I just want to, like I said, I want to apologize to them. You know, we all basically went crazy, but I don't want people to think we didn't try to make it happen. So, you know, I'm going to have Beasley and Smack really get into a little more later so you guys can specifically speak to them because they're going to answer specific questions. Like I said, it was a shock to us all. Like, you know, I was at the PGs with Jesse Week and everybody when we all received the news, and it was tough. It was kind of crazy, but like I said, like the leaders that Smack and Beasley are, and Chico, you know, a lot of people, I've seen people on Twitter saying, you guys should cancel the event and just reschedule it. It's easier said than done when you're waiting for the footage. And, you know, we had a lot of people flying. We had people from New Zealand and all over the world come in, and it hurts the fact that they weren't able to watch the battles. And, you know, Smack, like I'm talking about, and Bees were going out through the whole day trying to find a venue. And you got, you know, it's not that easy if you guys live in New York City just to book a venue, and it's not cheap. So, you know.
No response.
All the fans out there.
Oh.
What?
No, I said my bad to cut you off. I got your two business partners with me on the line.
All right, hang on 1 second. We got Smack and Beasley on?
Yes, yeah, we got Smack and Beasley on.
Smack, Beasley, what's up, brothers? Welcome to the Battle Rap Arena. You know, everybody wants to know what happened this weekend, so we'll let Beasley start it off. Like, you know, everybody, you know, like I said, I apologize to the fans. I know you guys want to probably open it up with a statement or whatever. Beasley, you know, the floor, you got the floor so far. I mean, how do you want to open it up?
Yeah, man, I mean, definitely faced some unforeseen circumstances that took place, man. I mean, if you guys have been following the movement and following our live shows and appearances, you know, we've always controlled our own ticketing system. You know what I mean? We go through Eventbrite. That's generally who we use. And we just had a successful event at Summer Madness 2. And we did that at Webster Hall. I guess after Summer Madness 2, and they saw the growth, you know, and the turnout, you know what I mean, they were amazed. You know, they said the only people that ever had an event that big with that many people were the Rolling Stones and the Killers. So, you know, they wanted to figure out a way to make more money. So, of course, they raised the room rental fees on us, and they demanded that we go through the Webster Hall ticketing system, which is TicketWeb. Now, TicketWeb is a subsidiary of Ticketmaster. And the reason why they wanted us to go through their ticketing system is because they wanted to put a small little fee on each and every ticket sold. So in cases, instead of the other company that we use collecting the ticketing fees, they would. Okay? So they had all control of the money. And generally, just off the GP, that's how most major venues operate. They're usually like Live Nation venues or any of the other major companies that run venues. they force you to use their ticketing system because they have contracts with those ticket agencies, and that's what they force all town to use for selling tickets to their venues. So we, I guess, had gotten big enough where we weren't flying under the radar anymore, so they wanted us to go through their ticketing system. Long story short, they collected all the money. We got daily ticketing reports from Webster Hall. Yes, we did have a full contract with Webster Hall as always. We are businessmen and we are professional. We know that people fly in from different parts of the world and the country to see these battles. We would never book in and sell tickets to... I'm sorry?
No, Beasley.
Yeah.
There was a couple statements that I kind of want to shed light on that were made on the internet, and I don't know if it was by Webster Hall or whatever. They said it was a statement, basically a lot of rumors going on saying that people that we knew a week before the event that it was canceled. I mean, do you want to touch on that?
I intend to do a video blog tomorrow, and on that blog, I'm going to pull up the email that I received. And I got an email that they first intended to try and cancel the event, and that was about 34 hours prior to the event. So that was late Friday night, early Saturday morning, about 12:30, where they talked about possibly not having the event. Now, I'm not just going to accept that. Of course, I was up there with, Smack and I were up there with the contract and our lawyers on the phone immediately the following day. We were there Saturday afternoon until Saturday evening trying to, figure everything out. We talked with the owners of Webster Hall. We got them on the phone, the agent who booked it. We talked with the community review board. We spoke with the police department. We spoke with every possible person that you could think of. We had a lot on the line, and this is something that we were not taking lightly. People keep thinking that we knew or we had something to do with it. Please understand, all the money that was collected was not in the URL's hands. It was in the hands of the venue. And the system goes as such. Once money is collected and the venue and the actual event takes place, and it's a successful event, then they relinquish the funds to the promoter, which would be URL. So we would receive a check at the end of the night after the event was over. So we never had hands on the money. We just had the tickets. And once the event took place, then we would have legal rights to the money. That's why all money was returned to everyone who purchased the ticket once they officially canceled the event.
Now, another question that I've seen a lot of people talking about on the internet was, why did we reschedule?
Okay, you can't reschedule an event like that. It had to happen, okay? You got to think about URL's position and situation. We had put down payments. We had booked flights. Some of these guys have other engagements where it would be very difficult to recapture that energy and bring out the same amount of people that we had originally been booking for such a long time. So now you got to see, it's Saturday night that we get this information, early Saturday morning, we're up there still trying to make this happen because we know people are here from out of town. We have guys coming from New Zealand, London, Italy. I mean, it was amazing to see how many people actually came out, but there was no way we could cancel it. We had people up in hotels. We had people's flights. We had transportation that we had to get people in and around the city to the event. We had already rented equipment, hired a production team. We had a bunch of fees and down payments and everything else you could possibly think of that were already paid for. So it was very difficult to just postpone the event. If somebody tells you that, an event that you have booked with a contract that they can't do the event, you're not just going to walk away with your hands in your pocket. You're going to go to the person and show your contract and try to make the event happen. The majority of our day on Saturday was spent trying to do that.
And now, Saturday, you and Smack, like I seen you guys earlier, right before the PGs, and you guys were basically looking for a venue. How difficult was to book a venue in New York City? Because I don't think people understand how difficult it is to book an event with months in advance. With 34 hours left for the event to come, how many venues did you visit? How difficult was it to book a venue?
Okay, what people really don't understand is that there's only a few venues within the New York City area that accommodate that many people, Webster Hall being one of them. The next best option is Terminal 5, which is larger than Webster Hall. There's also, we tried a few of them, Irving Plaza, the Highline Ballroom. Every major venue that you could possibly get in contact with, we tried. But remember, this is Saturday evening now. You know what I'm saying? This is after us thinking that we'd be able to get things rolling at what we originally booked an event at. But we were there all day long. So now we're still calling these other venues while we're trying to make the event stay at Webster Hall. But the venues are like, it's impossible. There's no way we're going to be able to staff enough people to handle a crowd of that magnitude. You know what I mean? The Gramercy Theater is a nice venue. However, usually people that do smaller events do this. URL is an international brand. We do major battles. So an event, us throwing an event there, we tried to make it work, but that was what was available to us. Now, it is a very nice venue. It's a Live Nation venue. It's not a shithole, but it's just not built to accommodate the URL. Generally, smaller companies or smaller events take place there.
Now, when I the Gramercy, we eventually figured out we decided to go to Gramercy. And I remember walking into the Gramercy, and, we got, I don't know what time we finally got in there, it was like 2 o'clock or whatever. There's people outside. Right. And I walked into the venue, and one of the ladies that was, I think she was a bartender, was like, we've done a battle before. And I looked at her, she was like, it's kind of packed in here. And that was only staff from what we had.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I laughed. I was like, listen, we're not.
That's funny that you say that, Norris, because when I came in, they said the same thing to me, that another company had done a battle there. So I guess, I guess they didn't pack it out, you know what I'm saying? And they felt like, they were a big venue and they couldn't pack it, and us coming there in one day without any promotion wouldn't be able to pack it. So I think what happened was they may have been understaffed and overwhelmed. And I know it's not the Gramercy's fault. You know what I mean? They're going based off experience. If you do that type of an event there and the house is empty and you can, basically, play football in there and not bump into anything,
Exactly.
For the most part, you're going to think that, that it's there. That it's going to be. So I think they were just a little overwhelmed and understaffed, and they didn't know how to handle a crowd of the URL's capacity.
Now, while you're touching on that subject, well, if we could stay on the same subject for a second, there's been a lot of subliminal shots and a direct shot at you after what happened yesterday. I mean, how do you feel about that, you and Smack?
I'm gonna say what I think, and I guess Smack can chime in on that. These guys, they take shots at us all the time. You know what I'm saying? And if you notice, we hardly ever respond. I mean, I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? And somebody told me, when you argue with a monkey, you become one. So I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? If someone feels a certain way, it's actually none of my business, and everyone has the right to their opinion and the freedom to express it. But what they don't realize is when they come down and they attack on it and they try to promote what happened, it actually hurts yourself, because we're all in here trying to advance and do a lot of the same thing with this battle rap culture. So when you bring attention to a bad incident, you're actually hurting yourself, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to gain. So usually when someone is trying to become you, they try to eliminate you. You know what I'm saying? So, when you laugh at other people's misfortunes or whatever the case may be, and you make your jokes and everything like that, it's okay. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? It comes from a certain place. The only way that someone laughs at someone else's misfortune is either you dislike them or you're jealous of them. And being jealous is not the quality of a man. Smack?
Now, I mean, it's all good, man. Like, what I mean? At the end of the day, we busy now. We work very hard to try to actually, make this battle culture, you know what I'm saying, a worldwide, international, form that everybody could appreciate. And, we real busy just, trying to elevate the culture. I don't really got time to be, you know what I mean, going back and forth with anybody, you know what I'm saying, with the situation this week, you know what I'm saying. My brother Beasley, myself, Chico, we went in, we did everything possible to try to save the Armageddon event, man. You know what I mean? You know, it's a very unfortunate situation because, you know what I'm saying, I mean, I just think about all the fans that, you know what I'm saying, basically both travel, hotels, flights, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, didn't get to, you know, have a good experience due to the fact that, you know, things happened and things didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? I'm real, like, you know what I'm saying, I want some my apologies out because it happened on our watch, you know what I'm saying, but, yeah, man, we going hard. I don't got time for that, man. We working, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and people got to understand, too, you know, prior to the event, we had already sold 800, 900 tickets. That, you know, like I said before, that Webster Hall had those funds. We could have easily walked away and said, you know what, this is fucked up. We have no money for this. We can't do it. There's no way we're going to, you know, be able to pull this off. We went into the Gramercy knowing it was a smaller venue for smaller events, booked it, put our own money down, and took all the risks and lost again. We still rolled the dice to try to make this happen, just to at least capture the content for the internet and, you know, the fans that weren't able to attend the live event. And we still took those risks, knowing that we could, knowing that no one knew where the event was, knowing that the proper information hadn't fully been, you know, we tried to get the information out that those tickets were no longer valid, and there was no way we could have the tickets that were purchased because we didn't control the money for those tickets. Webster Hall did. You understand? So if people showed up, there would have been no way to see if the tickets were authentic because it was a totally different venue with a totally different ticketing system. So I just need the fans to understand, while it is unfortunate that they lost, and we are sorry, and it isn't your fault, you know what I'm saying? It was a situation that was beyond our control, but we still tried to make the battles happen while the people were in town for the battler's sake and just for the culture in general to record the battles. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, when you have a brand, URL is an international brand, but not a local brand. So we bring people in from all over the world to witness its history. So it just was a chaotic scene. We had 900 people who had tickets who showed up, another 800 or 900 people who wanted to get into the venue. You know what I mean? And that's what we did. We put everything we had on the line to make it happen. And then even after that failed, we got my brother Poison Pen, shout to him, got the Pyramid, and we tried to do some battles downtown as well. And we actually captured Conceited and Sue Surf, which we're figuring out now. But that's the extent that we went to. So I just need people to understand that. Bear with us. We'll make the adjustments. We understand now that we're at a point where we're growing in size. Well, we're not quite ready for the Garden yet, but we've just outgrown the venues that these other leagues.
And real quickly, we got to shout out also because we had a lot of fans that actually did support us. Shout out to Josie from the Brooklyn Nets. He actually shouted out, we need to bring it over to the Barclays Center. So if somebody like that saying that, you know, that's really big. And shout out to all the fans that even though through all the stuff we've dealt with, they still showed up to the Gramercy. Regardless if they got their money back or not, they still came to the Gramercy. So, you know, we got to shout those fans out as well.
So, Beasley, is there any plans on rescheduling most of the battles that didn't happen?
Okay, yeah, we have a little plan in the works. I don't want to say exactly what it is, but just let everybody know the URL does intend to do those battles. We look to get them done while the buzz is up. We're trying to get it done as quickly as possible. Please understand, you know what I mean, that we are fully independent and fully fund everything that we do independently. And, you know, it does take time and energy and planning and scheduling with other MCs to see when they're available. You know, you guys do have lives and other obligations. So this all depends on scheduling, time, and money. But we are working diligently to get these battles done and as quickly as possible, and reschedule maybe a smaller event where it'd be like a ticket holders only, of course with the system that we will control, you know what I mean, and maybe have it that way so that people who just want to pay to get in or people who feel they're entitled to get in because they're related to somebody will have no choice but to show up with tickets. You know what I mean? We make the adjustments. You know, we definitely are the leaders in terms of how things are done, you know, and we will make adjustments to the situation. And I don't think any other leagues have ever had this type of situation, where there's just this many people who have taken interest. So a lot of them can actually learn from the situation so that they don't experience what we went through. But again, these are unforeseen circumstances. Someone canceling an event, we got thousands of people flying in 24 hours before it happens. It's definitely difficult to deal with. And then remember, it wasn't officially canceled. We were just notified that they were trying to cancel it. When the emails were received by the ticket holders, that's when it was officially canceled. And they didn't even alert us that they were going to do that. When we went back after trying to look at other venues, that's when we were alerted that the email was sent out before we even had a chance to talk to the fans, before telling us that it was fine.
Now, I know at Pyramid, and this is a question for all three of you guys. I know at Pyramid, there was other MCs there. It wasn't Surf and Conceited the only ones who showed up. Is there a reason why the other battles didn't take place? And would it have been better if it had taken place there, or?
Well, see, there were numerous reasons why some of the other battles didn't take place. Some guys had performances that were specifically designed for large crowds, and they didn't feel like the material would go over in that area. When you prepare or you have something where people are going to join in, you don't want to take a chance on doing it in a smaller venue and it not going over the way you planned if it would have been in the original venue that you had been practicing and preparing for. So that was some of the reasons. And then sometimes there were some MCs that were present and some MCs that weren't. And then it just really boiled down to funding, too. You know what I mean? We had taken some tremendous losses, that day. You know what I mean? And even, like I said, with the first initial loss, we still went out and got the Gramercy, which is actually a Live Nation venue. Even though it is for smaller events, it's not a cheap venue. It's not a shithole. And you'll see the battles look very nice. You know what I'm saying? The one battle that actually took place in there looks great because it is for performances, but for more so for smaller, intimate settings. And I would actually, believe it or not, the Gramercy actually said that we could come back and do a performance there. They said that it'd have to be something on a smaller scale, but they're not opposed to having us back.
Yeah.
If anyone else has any questions or worries, about, anything like that, they definitely want us back.
Hey, I guess we could pretty much rule Webster Hall out at this point.
I would never. I can't deal with them again because I can't. A contract evidently doesn't mean anything to them. And yes, we intend to move forward with legal action towards Webster Hall, but we would not jeopardize the fans' time, energy, nor our own or the MCs again. And it's really sad because we've done numerous events at Webster Hall. We did Summer Madness 1, Summer Madness 2, the VIP edition, Any Given Sunday. We have we thought we had a great relationship with them. I mean, I don't think they've ever experienced any incident with us at any of our events. Why would they even book us, give us a contract? If you follow us on Instagram, you saw Smack and I at the venue the other day doing another sound check, just as recent as Thursday afternoon. And then they turned around and pulled that shit on us early Saturday morning. So, what do you do when you face a situation like that, where you got thousands of dollars of your own money and thousands of hundreds of fans who spent money? You got to try to make that event happen where it was originally scheduled. You should have the power to do that.
Norbs and Psycho, anything else for Beasley and Smack before we get into the callers? Beasley, you ready to take a few callers with us, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, Smack, is anything you want to? Anything else that I missed?
I mean, you pretty much summed it up, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just a very unfortunate situation out of our control, man. But, once again, we did everything we could do as possible to try to, make this event happen for the fans. We still captured 2 videos out of it with all the dilemmas, all the challenges that we faced. Yeah, I got to pardon me because my voice is still messed up from yesterday, you know what I'm saying? But, we gonna bounce back and, you know what I'm saying, you know, make some adjustments and put something together real quick for the fans, you know what I mean? We're gonna try to get those battles done at least before hopefully the end of the year, so, you know what I'm saying, we could finish, you know what I mean, the objective that we set out to do. So other than that, it's all love. I appreciate all the fans that, you know, support us through, you know what I mean, any and all situations, and yeah, we're gonna be, you know what I mean, we're gonna be at y'all real soon with more development updates. Right.
All right. That's what's up. Let's take some of these fans' calls. I know they got a lot of questions. 917, you there?
Yo, what's going on, guys? What's good?
What's good?
What's going on? Beasley, Smack, North, Jesse, Psycho, man. Shout out to y'all. This is Walt. So, first thing I want to say is shout out to you guys for coming on the show and explaining the situation. You know what I'm saying? I really like being able to articulate what happened and what went on and answer a lot of our questions that we have. I was one of the fans that came around 11 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm from New York, so it wasn't, you know, I didn't, you know, have a flight or a hotel or anything like that, but I was definitely out there. First, I want to give you guys props for being able to get an event so fast when Webster Hall canceled. You know what I'm saying? So when we got the text or the email, we were like blown. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't know what was going on, and then when we found out that a new venue, you know, it was a good look. My only issue as a fan is when I got there at 11, I saw maybe 40, 50 people outside. I want to say around that, whatever. I saw North and everybody like that. So around 12:30, North told us to all get in the line, and you know most of us did exactly what he said, and there were still some people like by the entrance. To me, I thought it would have been a better look if there would have been barricades from the jump. I felt like if there were barricade security at around 12 or 12:30. I felt it would have been better to control the line because it was maybe 40 or 50 people, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And get them in line. But I feel like when you start to bring the barricades out around 3 o'clock and the line is super crazy, it's kind of hard to control a crowd like that. And I feel like the line didn't want to move back. Hello?
Yeah, we here.
I feel like the line didn't want to move back because all the rappers' entourages, people who came in at 3 o'clock, they were all just going straight to the front of the door, while all of us, the rest of us, were waiting in line like we're supposed to. It's kind of like, if we move back, we know that these other people, now 50 people have turned into 1,000 people, I don't know how many people it was, and they're just going to the front. People, entourages, Dot Mob, FYB, like they're just getting in front of us. There's no security. Barricades came in 2 hours later. And so I think that was the major issue for us, like the ones who were following directions that were in line waiting, we were being pushed back by people who got there an hour before the event started. And to me, you know, I was waiting it out. It was 6 o'clock. I was going to wait. And then I see Nikki Fax tweet that Young Yell and JT is going on. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been standing out here since 11 o'clock. I'm getting pushed back by rappers' entourages, and now they're recording a battle. So at that point, I left. You know what I'm saying? But I did see you outside talking to the police and getting things in order, and I respect that. And I respect what you guys were trying to do. I just feel like for the next event, I feel like those barricades security should be out there way early.
Yeah, you know what happened, man? Like it's like as you said, man. I was out. I talked with the police captain, the commissioners. Smack came out personally. You know what I'm saying? Posting about it, try to get the crowd in order. You know, when you have people that are excited about an event, you know, sometimes they just feel like you're not talking to them and they don't want to move. And it's not, you know, I think that Gramercy was just caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? They had never seen an event of that magnitude before. So, you know, if you've done an event that was similar or, you know, something that was, you know, emulating the event that was going on that night and it wasn't really that many people there, you think, and, you know, I can bring out the smaller security guys. I don't really need any barricades because people will get in pretty quickly. You know, that's what happened the last time. I'm not understanding, you know, what's going on, but when it's the URL, it's a totally different animal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just one that they really weren't prepared for. So I think, like, you know, they never established control from the beginning. It's like you said, they didn't have the barricades because they thought, hey, this is going to be a cakewalk.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's probably what happened. You know what I'm saying? And you know, most places are not equipped for our crowd. You know what I mean? I feel like we're just getting bigger, and we're like, you know, we're approaching a level where the house people for our battles is just really, you know, it's going to take a bigger venue with just, you know, more, you know, force to really control things. But I appreciate you coming out that you listened. You know what I'm saying? I definitely came out. I talked to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I explained to everybody. Again, everybody's money will be refunded. If you haven't received the refund yet, it most likely is going to take about 5 business days dealing with a company like Ticketmaster. So just be on Webster Hall's neck, and they definitely are going to refund all the money. Again, we had no control over the money. That's how it goes with any major venue within the city. You know what I mean? So that's basically what it is.
All right. Thanks for the call. Let's go 719. You there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's good? Am I on?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is I came from all the way from Colorado, so I was like, this was like my first experience. You know what I mean? Going to URL, like any type of event and shit. And like I don't know, I was kind of disappointed, but I think everybody else was too.
Yeah. Again, man, my apologies to you, man. Please don't let what happened taint your view of how we move and conduct business. I mean, you saw the crowd inside of Summer Madness 1 and Summer Madness 2. Everybody was processed and got into the venue immediately. There were some great battles. No one complained. Every event that we've done, people have gotten in. If you had a ticket, you got into our event. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
So when you cancel 800-900 people in 24 hours with tickets, and there's no venues available in the city that you can recover from, you know what I'm saying, in order to grab something, you try to grab what you can. And even if the venue is inadequate for an event of your size, you try to, and it was very close to Webster Hall. And that's what we were trying to do for the out-of-town people who, you know, weren't familiar with the city. We tried to get a venue that was close or, you know, possibly even walking distance. You know what I mean? And that's what we did. So, you know, again, my apologies, man, and we'll definitely work to implement a system, you know, that when we do the makeup battles or, you know, the makeup events, that, you know, we'll get people in quickly and efficiently, and, you know.
I was gonna say what I did get to see though was pretty dope. Like, you know what I mean? At least, you know what I mean? It was pretty sick. I thought that's what I wanted to talk about too. Is like the con shit. Like I thought Kong 3-0 surf. Like in my personal opinion.
Right.
But
I had it 2-1, but
we
Surf
had a good
one.
Yeah, Surf had a good second round. You know what I mean?
No, I mean I had a 2-1 Surf, but
you had a 2-1 Surf?
Yeah, but we're going to talk about that battle and more tomorrow. Like today, we're focusing.
No. Okay, yeah, that's all right. I was just like, what happened with that one dude that was like fighting the police and shit? Like, did you guys get to see that?
No, I don't know nothing about that. But we gotta get some next caller, brother.
All right, man. Whatever.
All right, let's go 347. You there?
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Max, Beasley, Norbs, Jesse, Psycho. What up?
What up?
My question is, for future reference, I don't know if this is possible, but for a possible venue that can accommodate this large crowd, do you think that the theater at Madison Square Garden, not yet Madison Square Garden, but the theater at Madison Square Garden or the Apollo Theater will be better suited, you know, for this large amount of people that will be attending these upcoming events?
Yeah, the Apollo would be far too small. That would be something that would be more private, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I mean, that's what we always promote, man, and we put out there, and we want the culture to grow to that level. So, you know what I mean? We're definitely looking at bigger venues. I mean, we have one in mind that has adequate security, you know what I mean, when we're ready to really wrap it up and take it to the next level. I mean, you saw when we did the night of main events 1, with Hollow and Good. You know, we didn't expect that level of a turnout, and then we made the adjustments for Summer Madness 1. So, you know, we're always innovative in finding ways to bring this form of entertainment to the masses. You know what I mean? And we'll continue. We'll continue to drop battles. We'll continue to do events. You know, we have our setbacks like any other successful business, you know, but we always rise up. You know what I mean? And we'll definitely be back with more events, more battles, and we have some other hip-hop content that's going to be dope for you guys to witness, too. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we'll get some, you know, we got some great stuff coming, so we appreciate
I was just asking because I was walking by these venues. Like, I walked by Carnegie Hall, and I was like, man, that would be dope if we could get a battle at Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center. You know, like, I was just pipe dreaming, like, wow, that would be dope. We get an event popping here, or Radio City Music Hall, but, you know, that's why I want to reach out and ask if any of this was possible.
Hey, guys, I'm on Twitter right now, and I'm looking at a guy named Battle Rapper. I'm giving him his 5 minutes of fame. How you doing, Battle Rapper? Listen, I'm going to do a blog tomorrow, and I'm going to show you the email that I got from Webster Hall and when it came in, so that you can see for yourself, because he's on Twitter right now saying Webster Hall would not pull a show this close to showtime. I don't think this guy has ever done an event in Webster Hall nor any other event in the New York area of this magnitude or even a smaller scale level type of battle. So for him to be voicing his opinion without knowing the facts, he just needs to stay posted. And we would definitely prove that to him. But again, he has the right to his own opinion and the freedom to express it. And if he chooses to make statements without facts to back them up, then he can do so. So you guys can hit him up on Twitter. He is Battle Rapper, WRAPPER, and this shit is at Billboard 79. So you guys can hit him up on Twitter and talk to him about his feelings. We're going to give him some light tonight. We're going to make him famous. He's covering his face, so I guess that's a sign of a guy who wants to say random statements without being a man and actually showing himself. So I just wanted to give him a little light.
Oh, but all right, that's what's up. Let's go, 908, you there?
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Loud and clear. Speak up.
Yeah, what up?
What up?
I'm on?
Yep.
Alright, what's up, Psycho?
What's good?
You already know, man, Jersey. Hey, yo, I ain't even mad at y'all, man, you feel me? Real talk. I'm talking to Smack and Beasley right now. What up, Jesse and Norbs, what up with y'all?
What's up, brother?
Man? Thank you, man. I appreciate your understanding. And if you were mad at us, you know what I mean, I wouldn't even be mad, dog. I was,
though, at first, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie to you, Beasley. I was mad. I wasn't even gonna go to Gramercy Theater or none of that. But, you know, I can't resist. I couldn't resist this, you know what I mean? So I had to go anyway.
People to see the effort, man. I mean, we went from Webster Hall, Gramercy Theater, to the Pyramid, dog. Like, we moved like 2 venues in one day. Like, it's all shit that has to be paid for. Like,
and after seeing all of that, I can't even be mad after seeing the effort that y'all put up, you feel me, to try to make it go down at the end of the day. So that's just a salute to y'all for that, for still being real at the end of the day. I seen both y'all. You came outside the venue, like towards the we was over there. I think her name is Norma Bates or something like that.
Yeah. I want to see that footage. If anybody takes it, man, send it to me, man.
They caught that on there, but you was definitely dropping jewels on us, and you know what I mean. You told us what really happened and stuff. So I appreciate you for even doing that. You know what I'm saying? And this is even after the cops was locked them dudes up for fighting. So it wasn't even like, you know what I mean, you was trying to calm the crowd down. You was just really trying to explain, like this is what happened.
People don't understand, like, me, Norb, Smack White, we not suckers, man. Like, we face the music. When something happens, I could have easily, tucked and ran and hid. I stood outside with the people, man, on the streets in the cold.
Yeah, right there on the street, and he was on the back, not even on the main street by where the cops was at. He was on the back side, so you already know he a real dude.
With
by himself too, yeah, in the middle of the crowd.
With people from out of town and all of that, you know what I'm saying? We don't run, man. We stood outside after the event and everything. We don't run, man.
Rain and all that. Man. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
We with the people, man. You know what I'm saying? We're with the people, man.
I think right here though, this is how you know you really got a cult following though, because we was out there in the rain, even after they shut it down and the gates was down, we still was out there just talking like, man, fuck it, it ain't happened, but it is what it is. The battles is gonna happen eventually, and we gonna see them, so we can't even be mad. He done blessed us with Summer Madness, and that was dope in itself. That was epic. So I was there live. Can't even be mad. I ain't got nothing bad to say, man. Real talk.
I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in, dog.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm YD, man. I am the real YD on Twitter. I'm from Jersey. I be going to all these battles with my homie or by myself. That's how I'm a dedicated fan. You heard? Holla at me.
Right,
Jersey.
Salute.
All right, let's go. 917, you there?
Yo, what up? Yeah, man. Shit, I was kind of disappointed, you know, when I found out that the event got switched and shit, because it was last minute. So I didn't even go to the Gramercy Theater. But you know, y'all answered a lot of my questions, and shit, I'm just hoping that y'all can capture the rest of those battles on camera, man. You know, so at least we get to see those.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, I'm not mad at y'all, man. I hope y'all keep doing your thing, man. I wanna know what's next. That's it. What's gonna happen next, man? That's it.
We got some plans, bro. We got some plans, man. We getting some stuff together right now. You know what I'm saying? Just give us a few days to recruit, man, and we're gonna be up and running, man. And we'll do, you know what I'm saying? Feeling everybody. You know what I'm saying? I follow the culture and the game. You know, and what we got planned next, man, and how we going. You know?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that y'all captured those two on camera either till now. They said that's at least cool. Y'all caught those two battles on camera. And shit, yo. Yeah, y'all keep doing your thing, man. I fucks with y'all heavy, man. Brooklyn, you heard?
Right, that's what's up. Thanks for the call.
Can we expect an official statement in the next few days on whether or not there'll be a next event, or is it going to be a little longer than that?
But we're going to do a blog for the people that didn't listen to the show, and we'll put it on our YouTube channel explaining the things that we discussed tonight. And then what we'll also do is we will actually, as like I said, you know, everybody has schedules and, you know, other things going on in their lives. So I can't just designate a date without confirming with the MCs and their availability. But once we know what that is, you know what I'm saying, Smack and I, you know, we go back to the drawing board and, you know what I mean, you know, Smack has a vision of what's going to happen next, and, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, we'll put it out, you know what I mean, we'll let the world know.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's what's up. Let's go, 917, you there?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Salute to all of y'all, man.
Thank you, man.
Yo, they always say, what don't kill you make you stronger, so, you know what I mean? So just help you grow more, you know, just learn from the mistakes or whatever, stuff like that, you know? Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just want to ask a question to Beasley and Smack. Do you ever think about doing like a pay-per-view, like, you know how UFC be doing pay-per-views and stuff like that? Y'all never think about doing something like that?
That's Smack. That's a Smack question, man.
I mean, the pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? We do like, so basically one day, it's like, you know, try to set up a pay-per-view system where, you know what I mean, fans that can't make it to the actual event will have access to the content. But like when you do pay-per-view, you don't really, you lose control of your content. Everybody got your content available so they can see it. And, you know what I mean, it gets out there. There's no value in the content. So I try to stay away from live streams and pay-per-view, but we're going to link up and try to create a program where, you know what I'm saying, we could set something up just to do live streams for certain events for the fans around the world. You know what I mean?
All right. That's what's up. Let's go to another caller. Let's go 646, yeah?
Yo, what up? Straight Star Magazine in the building. Shout out Smack, Beasley, Norbs, Psycho, Jesse, my brothers. What's good, y'all?
What up, Nate? What's good, Nick?
What's up, Nate? How y'all doing, man? Yo, I just wanted to tell y'all, man, salute for this whole weekend, everything, despite the adversities, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the biggest, y'all the trendsetters, so of course, you know what I mean, through it all, y'all gonna face the biggest adversities before everybody, you know what I'm saying, because y'all laying out the blueprint, y'all laying out the plan for everybody else, you know what I'm saying, so they know how and what to deal with when their time does come, you know what I'm saying, but y'all showing them how to, you know, deal with it, because y'all was out there, y'all went from 11th and between 4th and 5th Avenue to 23rd and Lexington to Avenue A between 6th and 7th. Who does that? You know what I mean? Who travels around the city and still brings their followers with them like that? Who still addresses, you know, who's, hello? Yeah. Yeah, who's still able to address their fans, face up, walk out and face the crowd, face the music, you know what I'm saying? Who's able to take that type of financial loss and still be able to try to find ways to accommodate the fans? Like, who's still able to do that, man? So, yo, salute to y'all. I ain't got a whole lot to say to y'all except salute to y'all for all that, man.
I mean, yesterday at Pyramid, I was like, are you guys coming on the show? And they were like, Smack said start promoting it right away. And Smack and Beasley wanted to come on to face all the fans and answer their questions, because that's the kind of people they are.
Yeah, but everything they did was in true OG boss status fact. You know what I'm saying? Fashion. Smack, Beasley. Yo, y'all did it like bosses did it, man. Y'all did it like bosses was supposed to do it. You know what I mean? So I salute y'all for that, man. You know, of course, as always, it's always a pleasure, you know what I'm saying, to be side by side with y'all, man, to be able to sit there, you know, and watch everything take place as it takes place. And it was a pleasure to watch y'all be able to stand tall through all of that yesterday, man. So salute y'all, salute all of the fans that was still there, you know, to through it all, you know, and for y'all to be able to take this time out to explain it to the fans, man. You know, that's stand up, that's boss like right there, man.
All right, man, I appreciate the realness. You recognizing the realness that we have for what we do, man. Working out. So salute to you. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro. You already know. Big bro.
All right. Thanks for the call, Nick.
Of course.
Let's go 860, you there?
Hello?
Yeah,
hello, you hear me?
Yeah,
what's up, the fellas? Mac, Beasley, Jesse, Psycho.
What's going on?
What's good?
All right. Basically, like, I'm going to right into the question. I didn't came Sunday. I don't know what happened, but unfortunately, this thing happened. And life is a lesson, you know what I'm saying? Like experience, we learn from it. You know what I'm saying? We keep going. Park and Biggie died. You know what I'm saying? We live with it. We keep rolling. The thing is, like, about scheduling, I feel like the scheduling thing, it needs to be fast, because you don't want to lose this energy and the buzz you guys have. You see what I'm saying? So by rescheduling fast, you keep going, like you keep yourself like in the track, like you keep the people, let them know that you're scheduling right over the time. Like, I feel it shouldn't be taking so long, because guys, like, you still the event is going on. Like, it never dies. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? 2 battles have been done, right? Already?
Yep.
Yep, and you know what I'm saying? The other battle, it shouldn't take more. That's what I feel. That's from experience. I did one meeting that has been canceled, but what we do is, like, after 2 weeks, we reschedule, like, right over. You know what I'm saying? So the buzz, the energy that you guys have, it won't die. It won't go away. You feel what I'm saying? So basically, the other thing that you guys, I know you guys, like, approach a lot of stuff I don't. I think Beasley, you know that. I don't want to tell you like you need to have a plan B kind of thing, but this thing it wasn't expected. This thing, like, you know what I'm saying, it's all for sudden happened, and that's it. You know, life experience. You know, we learn from it. You know, keep it going. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for the call. Let's take 201. You there?
Yeah, man.
201?
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah,
I just want to know when they're going to drop all the ciphers, all the PhD data. That's it. This guy's phone's breaking up. You got to go to the next caller.
All right. Let's go 516. You there?
Yo, what up?
What up?
Yo, first, like, one thing I gotta say, yesterday would have been my 6th battle event I would have went to, but one thing I gotta bring up, the first Summer Madness, I went, Smack was on the floor walking around, and he, like, me and him spoke, he was like, yo, and he looked me in my eyes and was like, yo, I do this for y'all. And by him coming out, talking to us yesterday, and switching, hurry up, finding another venue, like, that really made me believe what he told me the first Summer Madness, and I respect that.
All right, good looking, homie. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's all real at the end of the day, man. It's all real. You know the statement, RNT, baby. You know, for real, we live by that.
Yeah, shout to Poison Pen too for really helping us out with that too, man. He really, came in the clutch, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And definitely a dope team member to have, you know what I mean? And he really, he really helped us, you know what I mean, get to that next venue, man. Us all working together. So I just wanted to salute Poison Pen, and, you know what I mean, feel free to shout him out too, because he definitely made a lot happen yesterday.
Word up.
Let's go 347. You there? Let's try another call. Let's go 571. You there?
Yo, what's good?
What's good?
Hey, man, I just want to say mine is set back for a major comeback. It's not even a comeback. I respect everybody there. Salute to Beasley, Smack, Norv, Psycho, all y'all. But I just want to say this, Beasley and Smack, as far as everybody saying rushing everything to get out, it's quality, not quantity. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I like about you, the events, every event, it gets better and better. You can look at all other battle leagues. If you look at their stages and everything, it look cheesy and corny. Summer Madness 2, that set the precedent on how, like, a battle's supposed to be. You had, the stage was crazy. No violence, but everything like in the venue makes the event. So, I know a lot of people want the battles to come out. I do too. But at the end of the day, you want it to feel like Summer Madness too. So I'm just saying, y'all ain't gonna lose your buzz. Homeboy talking about keep the buzz going. That buzz ain't going nowhere. Y'all laid the foundation. So next time y'all, the next event, just make it official like all other events. But salute to y'all. That's it.
Word,
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for the call. 832, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
What's good?
First, I just want to catch out, salute the Beasley, Smack, Norbs, everybody with URL, you know what I'm saying?
I used to play ball, you know what I'm saying? I popped my knee out of place, I stopped hooping. I love hooping, you know what I'm saying? And so I got turned on to the battles or whatever. Like this battle shit, that's like my pastime now. You know what I'm saying? Like this battle like took the place of me playing ball, you know what I'm saying? So, and I used to love basketball. But I'm way in Houston, you know what I'm saying? And I'm way in Houston. I wanted to go, but I couldn't go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a event that y'all have in the future or whatever. But I just have two questions. My first question is like, with these two battles, like how fast y'all think y'all gonna put them out?
I mean, right now, you know, we just looking at them and we trying to get onto a schedule. So I mean, they'll definitely be out soon. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They'll be out before the year is out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They'll be out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and my
we just dropped the B Magic vs. Chilla Jones battle as well. If you guys want, it's actually available right now on the URLTV.tv. So check that out.
Oh shit, I didn't even know.
Yeah, we dropped
my second question is what made y'all put those two battles, you know what I'm saying, on film, like those particular battles? Because those were like they were high on the wanting to see as far as like the fans' perspective goes. So when I saw that y'all put those, I was like, oh man.
Young Ill and JC, despite, you know, everything that had gone on outside and the majority of the people being outside the venue as opposed to being inside the venue, there were a few people who actually made it inside, so we didn't think that it was fair to hold up the show, and plus we had the clock racing against us, and we were planning on shooting every single battle if we could, regardless of who was inside. We were just trying to capture the content. So that just so happened to be two guys that were ready and wanted to go, so we started the show.
All right. That's 347. You there? Let's try another call. 908. You there? 908. 205. You there? All right. 978. You there?
Yo, what's going on?
What's good?
Yo, I'm on?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Smack, Beasley, Norb, Psycho, and Jesse? Yo, I was one of the first people in on Gramercy. Oh, I mean, it was great. I understand everything you guys did. We appreciate that fully because, I mean, honestly, I mean, you guys had to lose out big because I can't believe Webster Hall did something like that to you guys. My thing is, with Webster Hall, they haven't refunded it back, and I don't expect it to be back any day soon. I mean, maybe 5 business days. But why, when they canceled it, they should have had our money ready when they canceled it. We should have been able to go Webster Hall, get our $65 back, and go on to Gramercy, pay the $100 to get in. But yeah, y'all gotta get triple damages, man, because they're hurting your brand. They ain't gonna hurt your brand because y'all is number one. And I came from Boston to see y'all, and I will come every time. But I mean, what are y'all doing to make sure like the next venue can't happen? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to travel out again and have to look on Twitter to find out that it's canceled. Like, is there anything that y'all can do to make sure that these venues can't pull out?
Right. Generally, to cancel an event, it has to be 35 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's generally what it is. And that's what's in our contract. But unfortunately, they breached the contract, and that's why people have lawsuits and take legal action. So we don't intend to walk away from this with our hands in our pocket. We do intend to take legal action. And, you know, it is a process when you sue someone. It's not just, you know, you start the suit and then, you know, you're popping in, March, February 7th. Everything is cleared up. It's a long, agonizing process.
Now I understand. Another question I have for you guys. Do you think now, after everything is said and done, I mean, obviously we don't have foresight, but do you think it would have been better off for you guys to not even reschedule to go to Gramercy than not go to the Pyramid? Do you think it would have been better to cut your losses at Webster Hall? And just, you know what I'm saying, try to make it to be a better event altogether? Or, I mean, I know you did this for us, and I appreciate it, because we're going to get these two classics. And I'm telling everybody who's listening that JC and Young Ill is stupid. But do you think it would be better to cut your losses? Now you can look back on it and have a better judgment.
When you're facing a situation like that, right, it's Saturday night, like when they finally cancel. You saw when you got your email, it probably was about 7 o'clock at night. So, you know, again, the email came from the ticketing company that you purchased it from. It was not a URL email. You know what I'm saying? So think about what you're facing at that time. You know what I'm saying? You got people in hotels, people still in the air, people in, in taking flights and trips and travel and down payments and, you know what I'm saying? people blowing up the Twitter. I can't wait to see this. Oh, my God. So we got to try to make something happen. So we knew we were going to lose, and we were prepared to take the losses, but we felt that it would be better for us to at least show the fans that we're attempting to make something right than just to walk away and not do anything at all. You know what I'm saying? So we had to try to make a play for it. It didn't pan out the way we wanted, but we were able to capture 2 dope battles that we will release soon. So in that case, I think we still won. You know what I'm saying? And we did something. We faced adversity, and we got something from it. You know what I mean?
True. All right, let's go 347. You there?
You.
What's up?
You.
Yeah. You got a question?
What's up, man?
Yo.
Yep.
You here?
Okay, let's go to another caller. 973, you there? 973? 732, you there?
Yo, what up? You hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, just want to shout out real quick, Noah, Psycho, Jesse, Smack, Beasley. Definitely want to shout y'all out, man. Like a lot of a lot of people, unfortunately, they couldn't get everything they wanted, but at the end of the day, y'all put out the best battles. Everybody who don't get to catch them at the venue, they get to see them free on YouTube. I mean, you can't really ask much more than that. And just as long as y'all keep doing your thing, represent for the culture, y'all gonna be A-OK in my book and everybody else's book, man. Y'all do your thing, even with this radio show. Like, y'all always are doing something to entertain the fans who are in for the battle rapping, who's tired of hearing the trash music on the radio. You'll definitely represent for the culture, and you're keeping the culture alive. So, just keep doing your thing. Radio show, North, Jesse, Psycho, you're definitely doing your thing. I mean, to have a radio show where people listen to it for over an hour, and y'all don't got no big name star, y'all just got battle rap, it's like, yo, that tells you something right then and there. And all these venues, well, not all these venues, but just Webster Hall, you ought to have Summer Madness 1 and 2, get them popping, you know what I mean? Because people who ain't even in New York, now they're like, oh, Webster Hall, where is that? I'm going to come out there, I'm going to go to a club there, I'm a party up there, for them to do what they did. I don't know what the reason is. I just tuned in not too long ago. But it'll definitely come back on them. And I know y'all about your business, so I know y'all will recoup whatever it is y'all lost. That ain't even an issue to make the next event bigger, but now with them doing this, quick question, do y'all plan on doing Summer Madness 3 there to see if y'all can let bygones be bygones? Or going to try to do something bigger?
We got a location in mind for Summer Madness 3. I won't let that out yet, but it's a dope location. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same betting in Webster Hall. You know what I mean? So we definitely, always think ahead. We already planning for it. And, you know what I'm saying? We got some big surprises coming in 2013, man. We really, have some things that are going to be dope for the culture. So,
all right, that's what's up. Thanks for the call. Let's go 312. You there?
Yo, what up? What up? Yo, what up, Smack, Beasley, North, Rican? How's it going, man? I just wanted to say, you guys all handled your shit pretty well. Me and my boy, we used to listen to a bunch of underground shit, back in the day, just bumping music. But now, since like we've been watching Smack and whatnot, that's the only medium of hip hop we really fuck with anymore. So that's like the main shit we watch. We watch this shit all the time. Go on Twitter, wait for the battles to drop, and just pop them in right when they upload. So thanks a lot for the battles. But as fans, I was wondering, a little off topic, are you guys planning on mass producing like some apparel and shit, like Smack T-shirts, hoodies and shit? I would love to rep it because it's my favorite shit. So.
We got some dope sweatshirts, dog, that we just pressed up. We had them at the event to sell. Unfortunately, it didn't go. But we about to we doing everything, so we'll have a store on the site and we'll start to have them out there for that. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
definitely
man.
wanna-
That shit, I would rock that all day, you know. I already rep it all the time. I upload all the battles on Facebook, whatnot, try to spread the word. So that's pretty much it, man. And, hey, one more thing. Just one quick question. A lot of fans probably have been asking you. But what's up with the Ill and Conceited battle? You guys plan on dropping that before 2013, or you saving it still for a project?
We're going to drop it, but, you know, when we did that, that was a special thing that we did when we had our VIP event. And we let everybody know in advance. They thought we was fronting that certain battles would not be coming out anytime soon. But, you know, eventually we will release it. I don't want to give a date because I definitely want to surprise people. And I don't want to live to any date right now, but we have the content. It is a great battle. We will release it. I know people are mad. You know what I mean? The people that came out to the VIP event, next time we do it, come to the event, man, because we're going to have a battle that we're not going to put out right away. You know what I mean? And that wouldn't be fair to the people that travel to the event, that we let know. You know what I mean? So, you know, we hear the fans, and we want to, you know, make everybody happy, but we got to say what we're going to say we're going to do. We try our best to.
Let's go, 267, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's
Yo,
up?
what's up with you? Matt, what's going on, baby? Listen, I ain't calling to talk about this weekend. Whatever happened, happened. I'm calling to ask you the real question. What's going on with the PG?
For who?
The PG battle. I wasn't able to make it for Summer Madness PG. I keep hearing my man keep telling me Ill Will lost his mind. I just want to see him getting the dude with the tongue ring. That was my first question. My second question is,
you have for that?
huh?
What? What's your second question?
Oh, my second question is the next event. Are they going to just have the battles that were supposed to go on, or are there more battles that's going to be added to that card?
Right now, we're trying to reschedule the ones that we missed. But like I said, you know, I can't give an exact date because I have to talk with all the MCs to see what their availability is, because they do have other obligations. Some guys got jobs and work and, you know, kids, family. So, you know, it just all depends on when everybody can be available, and then we'll take the next steps to reschedule.
Oh, Bees, I'm not asking when it is. I'm fully aware that, I mean, sooner or later.
I mean, our goal is to try to bring back the same things that we just had.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, as far as the PG content is going, because like some of my favorite
we got the Ill Will battle that's coming out soon. We're gonna try to have it out in the next week or two.
So,
the Ill Will joint.
You there? Hello? Ill Will went crazy up there. Yeah, it was good.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say, as a fan, you know, I was there yesterday. I was there some Madness too. I'm not sure if you guys spoke about it, but part of the big problem was a lot of people trying to get in with the MCs. You know, they was trying to get in for free, and they was cutting the line, and people was there from 7 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, that was a big problem. And aside from that, I just wanted to say I was at some Madness too as well, and the amount of time in between battles, you know, it's a little tiring because it was like 30 minutes to 45 minutes between each battle. I was just wondering if maybe there's a better way to do that, because as a fan, I was there for some Madness too. I was there from 9 o'clock in the morning, so my feet were killing me. So I just wanted to know if they could speak on that, maybe, you know, a more efficient way. Hello?
Yeah. Beasley, you there?
Hello, Beasley?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Did you hear the question? Or?
What was the question real quick? What was it? I'm sorry.
Oh, I said that I was wondering during Summer Madness 2 there was like 30.
There's a lot of breaks in between the battles. Right? And see, what was happening was, when we had a remedy for that for this event, was that once the stage happens, everybody wants to bring their friends, and what happens is nobody wants to move. They don't even care if it impedes the camera angle or anything. No one wants to leave. Everybody wants to be on stage. You know, and I understand it's exciting and people want to be up close and personal, but what was happening was it was slowing down the production and making the night feel long and wearing out the people. So we had a new system implemented where the stage was going to remain very strict and tight. We had a way to clear people off the stage after each battle, and to prevent that problem from happening. You know what I mean? So we had already thought about that, and we think about it every single time we do an event. But, you know, we definitely have a new system that we plan to implement to prevent that from happening again.
Thanks for the call. Let's go 510. You there?
Yo, what's going on? Oakland, California calling in. I just wanted to say, y'all smiled in the face of adversity. I got immense respect for that. You know, you can't copy respect. You know, the logo, the slogan. And I just want to say, you know, y'all do your thing, and that's what's important at the end of the day.
Sure, man. Thank you so much for the support, man. And, you know, we'll always try to answer questions and, you know, be attentive to the things that you guys tell us that, you know, could improve what we do. I mean, you know, we've been doing this for a long time, but we're forever expanding, and we do listen to what you guys say. We read the email comments, whether good or bad, and we try to make adjustments where we can. So, you know, keep listening to the show and making your suggestions, because we definitely listen, because we want to make this thing big, and I think we've been instrumental in showing that there is a respect and a love for this culture. I mean, we are popular now. We got the mainstream guys trying to battle. We got them using this shit to try to promote their events. We got, like the other night, if many people don't know, you know, we had Ghostface outside. We had Fabulous outside. We had Sway, you know what I mean, from MTV in the building. We had Method Man outside. We had a whole bunch of MCs. Like Joe Buttons was outside with some people from Slaughterhouse. Like, we had a whole bunch of guys outside. We didn't hire these guys. We didn't attempt to hire them to do tweets or hire them to come to our event. They came on their own. They called us. They wanted to be a part of this culture and what we're doing. You know what I mean? And it's all genuine and real. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to know that it's authentic. I've heard people, you know, make mention as to how we were able to get them there. They come because it's authentic, and they fuck with us as people and human beings. You know what I'm saying? They're not hired acts, or we don't, you know, try to contact them and make offers for them to do tweets or, you know, can you please show up, we'll pay you this much. That's not what we do at the URL. We actually never hired anybody or tried to pay anyone. We are into the culture. We appreciate when they come through because it brings more light to this thing that we do. But, you know, this is what we do, and this is our thing, and we're trying to preserve it and keep it as strong and keep it going as much as possible.
Yeah, thanks for the call. Let's go 812. You there?
Yeah. Yo, what up, y'all?
Yep. What's good?
Yo, I know a lot, like the last 3 events been in New York, like, y'all gotta, like, switch it up, so, cause, like, just, like what just happened, like, cats traveling all over the world, I think y'all gotta, like, move events just everywhere, so cats can be at home sometimes.
I mean, we've done Detroit, we've done Chicago, we've done St. Louis twice, but you know,
and I went to every 3 of them because I'm from Indiana. So I mean, I really can't travel to New York.
Right. We want to come out to other markets, but you know, we got to understand. You know, New York is like a major, is like the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? It's also a major hub that people want to travel to. You know, if I say, you know, no offense, but hey, we're doing URL in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be difficult to get the amount of people out to help us pay the purses and take care of our expenses. You know what I mean? So it's like we need big nights. You know what I mean? We need, 1,500 people really to make it into something. I mean, we do smaller events too, and we move around, but it's tough because the guys that you want to see, it costs money. You know what I'm saying? And that money has to come from some place. So, but we hear your concerns, and we definitely putting some things in place so that we'll be able to come out to this pretty different.
Yeah, thanks for the call. Let's go 262. You there? 262.
They actually touched on a subject I wanted to talk to Beasley about out at the caller before that. Like you mentioned that Ghostface Killer and Joe Buttons and them were outside. I mean, do you think this hurt your relationship with them, or do you think they have an understanding of it is what it is?
I think they have an understanding, and my thing is this, look, we appreciate their presence, and we want them to be at our events, but we didn't build this on them being at our events. This was built by the people that are calling in on the phone right now, by the people who are listening, by the people who retweet our videos and put them on their Facebook pages. They're the ones who make us who we are, not the celebrities. Yes, they do help, and yes, we are appreciative when they talk about us on their album covers, interviews. We appreciate all of that. I mean, if you check it out right now, URL is in like all the top street magazines. We're on the cover of Don Diva magazine. We're in Feds magazine. We're in The Source. We have articles coming up in Double XL. We got articles coming up in Vibe. People are covering us. You know what I'm saying? We had a big article in Black Enterprise online. They're following us, and I believe that we're bringing a lot of attention to what's going on here. So, we respect the celebs, but this thing was built off of the fans, in my opinion.
I agree. Let's 813. You there?
Yo, Omar.
Yeah.
Hey, man, first of all, I want to shout out y'all, man, for everything y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Facebook group as well, the Facebook group. My question is, you ever thought about, this for Beasley and Smack, y'all ever thought about maybe leasing a establishment or leasing a building or something like that you can always have your events at? I don't know, that might be far-fetched and everything, but, you know what I'm saying, maybe something y'all got. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you mean like for the big event?
Yeah, like, well, even the small events, the private events, but just something that you know what I'm saying, URL can call home that's just yours.
Man, I wish we had the funding to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got a studio. We shot our ciphers in there for Armageddon. I don't think I'm going to call them the Armageddon ciphers, man. I think that Armageddon might have put the curse on it, man. But I'm leaving all biblical names alone, bro. we had revelation, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We almost had some mic issues, and I'm like, man, first been up some of that, but other revelations went through good. People like to be mad to join, but my man Rain, he had came and told me like, yo, I don't know why you naming your joint Revelations and Armageddon. You must stop playing with that. And, I don't know if you put the jinx on us or what, but it ain't worked out the way it was supposed to. So you will not hear me use any more biblical names. Anybody else out there, man, please don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to copy us and come with a name that's similar. And, you know what I mean? Because, I don't want you to, to fall to what, even though, you trying to go against us, you know what I'm saying? I don't want what happened to us to happen again, because it's bigger than us. It's about the culture. You know what I mean? Even if you're copying us and trying to come up with a name that's similar, some of the names of events out there is pretty miraculous. But I wouldn't suggest it, man. That's some advice for me.
Yeah. All right, let's go 314. You there? 314. 201, you there?
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to know, when is the ciphers and all the PG battles coming out? Because I'm a fan. I want to see everything that y'all capture.
You know, my man Twiz, you got to harass Twiz. Everybody hit at This Is Twiz on Facebook, on Instagram, and at This Is Twiz on Twitter, and tell them, get the ciphers ready, Twiz. We know you have them. Harass them. I'm going to call him tonight, you know what I mean? But he's been working pretty efficiently on everything lately, so I think he'll have them ready. But everyone, again, at This Is Twiz. This is TWIZZ. Get them, y'all. Get them up. Get them on here. Tell them release the ciphers. Beasley told us you had them. At This Is Twiz, release the ciphers. He has them. That's great because it really demonstrates ability. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean, everybody wants to see him. You know, let him go, man. We be here.
That's what's up. 443, you there? 443?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, what's good?
Not much, man. Yo, appreciate y'all, taking the time and talking to the fans a little bit. I was one of the people that was out there, since 12:30, 1 o'clock. What'd you say?
I said my apologies to you again.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, and it's good just to hear that everything that y'all were working on throughout the day. One of my issues though was just the communication with the crowd outside. I felt like, we were just hearing things, sometimes from the staff, from the Gramercy, sometimes from, Twitter, sometimes from, just word of mouth, and it was nothing really official coming from the URL staff letting us know what was going on there. Every once in a while, when things started to get kind of bad up at the front, people were making announcements. It sounded like somebody was on like a microphone. Of course, I was down towards the end of the block, but all that was kind of doing was causing more people to get out of line and go towards the front a little bit. So I think y'all kind of need some more staff to kind of work the lines and deal with the people that's, further down in the line. I think that would have helped. And just to piggyback off of what people were saying before, the loyal fans, they really were orderly in the line, waiting to get into the venue.
Man. I know. I see it, and it frustrates me when you got these parasites who just want to come to the front of the line and think because their cousin is someone's uncle's nephew's niece. They want, you know what I'm saying, want to pop in. But, I know what was going on, and I saw what happened, and I apologize to the fans. And like I said, man, if we do these things really quickly, I'm looking to do something where that shit is no pain at the doors, like all tickets, a line is established. And I mean, even though Webster Hall did a shitty thing to us, they're the kind of venue that is equipped to handle something of our magnitude. Again, I kind of suspected that, that Gramercy wouldn't be able to do it. But Webster Hall can do it. They did it twice. You know what I'm saying? Summer Madness 1 and Summer Madness 2. So, we know what we need and how to do it. Again, it was just a situation where we were stuck with our backs against the wall. People were excited. Just imagine looking at your Twitter and the text messages, the phone, and everyone's calling and excited and hyped and ready to go. And I flew in from here and there. You're going to try to make something happen if you have any level of decency. So that's what we attempted to do. However, it didn't go all the way in our favor, and we apologize, and we have to shoulder that responsibility, even though it was beyond our control. But, that's really what it was for the most part, man.
Yeah. I actually got a question from a fan on Twitter. Want to know if does URL ever plan on doing a show out in Philly?
Philly. Yeah, we would like to do something in Philly with, the homie Tech 9 and Reed Dallas or something crazy like that. I would like to do that. I just have to make sure that they understand the culture and that they don't come in there hyped up, because Philly gets it popping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have to go out there and really spend some time and do it in a spot that's really equipped to handle that traffic, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's go 281. You there?
Yo, what's good, people? How y'all doing?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm from Houston. I made it out there, and I just got back to Houston. But anyways, it was awesome. And is Norbs in here?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Oh, what up, Norbs? Hey, Norbs only made it online, but I was eating a Twix bar, and this nigga asked me to break him off some of this Twix bar. He's not gonna admit it online. And then I spit him this gum bar.
I don't even like chocolate.
Nah, I'm not. And then I spit him this gum bar. Whatever, fool. You know you like chocolate. I spit him this gum bar. I was like, I got 2 black 9s. I called them nigga dicks. And then he tried to touch me.
This nigga is gay and wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Can anybody cut this moron off, please?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
This nigga, first of all, that was racist and gay. I hope you never go back again.
401, you there?
Yo.
401.
What's good?
Right. So, 240, you there?
Right, Psycho, you gotta keep Jesse's friends off the line.
And 240?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, chilling was good. First time calling in and all that. Shout out to all y'all. Yo, Bees was good.
What's up, kid? What's going on?
Chilling. This is Dave down in D.C., man.
Oh, what up, D?
Ain't shit chilling, man. But yeah, yo,
He's loyal, man. D comes to every joint. My man don't miss nothing.
yeah, you already know, B. You going crazy for the stage joints, man. That's where it's at. That's like having a table in the club and all that.
Yeah. But I want to bring the stage passes back, man, but I just got to get this new system implemented because people are just violating the stage and they're running over the bouncers, and people that paid weren't getting, their priority look. So once I get that shit back in order, man, I'm definitely going to bring the stage passes back.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But you already know, man, like people take losses every day, you know what I'm saying? So end of the day, the next joint, you already know, me and my people's gonna come through like always.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that 4-hour drive is light, man. It is worth it, man. Real nigga time, you already know. Shout outs to you, Smack, Lord, like all that.
All
right, y'all be good, man.
All right, thanks for the call. Go 717, you there?
Yo, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, what's up, man? I didn't try to make it. I couldn't make it to the event, but I'm hearing the callers and I hear a lot of complaints and stuff. I just wanted to offer y'all some encouragement. And in fact, you guys can hear me still?
Yeah.
Yeah. In February of last year, my pops passed, like February 21st, and we buried him in South Africa. And one of the first things that I wanted to like that kept my mind free off of that was that Hitman and Aver battle. So what y'all doing is really special. So I just hope y'all don't lose that encouragement with these adversities, because what y'all doing is really it means a lot to people.
Yeah, yo, man, thank you so much. I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm glad.
Oh yeah, definitely. I never make it to events. I always wanted to tell y'all that, like what y'all are doing, like when that. I don't know. It's hard to say, but what y'all do is really, it's bigger than just hip hop. You know what I mean? It touches a lot of people, because that was the first thing. I'm like, yo, I got to see this Averb and Hitman battle. I was like, man, that's, you know what I mean?
Right. Nah, thank you so much, man, and I'm glad that what we're providing is keeping people's mind off of other adversities and stuff that they're facing. So,
yeah,
thank you so much for hanging in there with us, man.
So yeah, y'all definitely keep it up, though.
All right, that's what's up. Thanks for the call. 561, you there? One.
Yo, President, what's good, G?
What's good?
What's good? P-Letter Man on Twitter, what's good? I just want to shout out the whole URL, man. Oh, you know, y'all niggas, like the last caller said, man, y'all niggas blessed niggas with battles all day. You know what I'm saying? Dope battles, classic battles. You know, I just want to, I just watched Chilla Jones and your boy B Magic. That battle was a classic, man. That shit was hard. Thanks for blessing us with battles. I ain't really got much to say, man. Just good looking at all the battles and shit, though, B. Respect due, URL.
All right.
Yeah, Psycho. We're gonna take one more call for Bees. I know. You know, it's been a long weekend for all of us, so I don't want to. You know, unless Bees wants to take a couple more, but we could do one more question for Bees and Smack, and we can continue with the show. But definitely shout out to all the fans, man. This weekend has definitely been crazy. Saturday, the PGs was, for people that asked, it was crazy. The ciphers that we shot this week, crazy. We still got a lot of material, a lot of stuff that you guys are going to go bonkers for. So just stay tuned. And, like I said, we got a lot of positive feedback from this weekend as well. And a lot of love from the fans. So, just want to thank everybody. And let's get to the next caller.
585, you there?
Hey, can you tell me if you guys still going to do that same lineup? I think people still want to see Math versus Dose and Diz versus Rex. Is it still going to go down?
Really?
I don't know if we lost it.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
Is Math versus Dose and
Diz I can answer that. I spoke to Disaster, and he's very adamant about doing the battle as well as Lex. And we're just basically rescheduling about the same deal. Math and Dose. Math wants to get that battle. He wants to get it done. So we're just basically right now just trying to make sense of it, reschedule it, and just make it happen right now. We don't have no date at this moment, but just give us some time to stay tuned to the website for the show Battle Rap Arena. And, URLTV.tv on YouTube, or URL TV. Just stay tuned. We will definitely have updates for you guys in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Thanks for the call.
Pete, you want to take one last call?
Yeah, I don't want to take a call.
I took another call. Cool.
All right.
Oh, I thought you was going for a minute. You know what was crazy though? What was tragic? Was Disaster's sweater that he wore for the battle. I didn't understand what it was. I don't know if he just came from the gym. I really don't know. But when I got a picture on my Instagram of the sweater. It's pretty terrible. Beasley, how did you feel about the sweater? That's going on.
Hey man, that's Disaster, man. That's what he brings to the show. So I didn't even care, man. I was so focused on wanting to hear the bars that he had. Because from what I was hearing, I heard he was very prepared. But
Disaster's the only one that lucked out because he was going to get 3-0 against Rex.
Oh my God!
Y'all should have saw that conversation. I
don't know if you know that Jesse actually has a crush on T-Rex, though. But and you know what's crazy? The biggest debate of that T-Rex versus Disaster battle, who was the worst dressed? Because after I seen T-Rex that night, he was pretty bad himself. So let's get to the next caller.
All right, let's go. 313, you there?
That's right.
313? All right, let's go. 973, you there?
Yo, what up?
Yeah.
Psycho Noise, Beasley, it's your boy Dre. What's poppin'? Just showing y'all some love, man. I heard what happened this weekend, man, so just want to say keep your head up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much, man. You know what I'm saying? And, just to recap, anybody that wasn't listening, man, that shit is far beyond our control. We do things.
Nah, I already know, bro. Like, I went out there, but the whole thing was I was thinking about it, like, in the sense of, like, knowing that Gramercy only holds, like, 600 people. I said, man, there's people that flew from Houston, Florida. I was like, I ain't going to even try to get in. You know what I'm saying? Let the people who, came from long distances. I thought at the worst case scenario, I see it on the net. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I think it was, everything's a learning situation, and y'all all entrepreneurs, so, that's just the risk you take, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted, I think some of the listeners, like even on Twitter yesterday, they was all
kicking people's backs and, oh, you know, you was into the URL that. They didn't understand, you know, sometimes that stuff just happens, you know?
Right.
So.
Exactly. I mean, what people fail to realize and forget is that we've been at Webster Hall about 5 times. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if they think that we're going to walk in, you know, to an event without a contract or without following the proper procedure, I mean, you saw that the tickets were coming from Webster Hall's ticketing system. You know what I mean? So, you know, just people just really need to understand that and just know that, you know, had nothing to gain from canceling our own event. We didn't have the money. We didn't have hands on the money at any time. All came from Ticket Web. I wished we did own Ticket Web. Ticket subsidiary of Ticketmaster, which is a multi-million-dollar company. We do not own that company. That was what we were forced to do through Webster Hall and through most large venues forced you to use their ticketing system. So URL had nothing to gain by canceling the event. Or, you know what I'm saying? We would never do that. This is what we love to do. Besides us trying to make a living and hustle and keep things going from this, we love battles. So we would never set that up, take the time to make trailers and do other events to promote bigger events, and then turn around and cancel the event the night before. We get nothing from that. Like, we don't want to do that. And why would we risk or put a lot of what we have on the line? You know?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to run. I got to take this call. Got a very important call. I'm going to call you guys. But thanks for understanding. And thanks for listening, and I'll see y'all in a minute.
All right, yeah. Thanks for coming on, dude.
All right.
All right, we're gonna get ready to close the show out like that, man. URL's Battle Rap Arena. Check us out tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again to Smack and Beasley for joining us on the show and explaining themselves. We out.
Smack!